to this, Moira. Julia's school's in the paper. Yeti seen at local school. An enormous, hairy, ugly, hideous creature with great big teeth and horrible eyes has been seen roaming around the Rocket Academy, terrifying the teachers. Has the abominable snowman decided to get educated? Or is this a case of not Yeti?
Do you know, that sounds like that girl, what's her name, Harriet Hyde.
You know, you're right. Julia, enormous and hairy, great big teeth, horrible eyes. Does that sound like your friend, Harriet Hyde?
I'm afraid it does.
Fancy that.
I nearly got it right that time.
Oh.
Is there a photo of the, Yeti, Dad?
No, love, it's just the report. I mean, how does this sort of stuff get into the papers, eh, Moira?
Well, it'll do no harm. People will just think it's a joke. You can't believe a word you read in the newspaper these days.
Well, we can say that again.
You can't believe a word you read in the newspaper these days.
Nor what you see on the telly.
Do you know, Jerry, there's an awful racket in people telling this kind of yarn to the press.
Absolutely, Moira. And you can bet there's some scoundrel out there making a dishonest bob or two out of it.
Oh, Jerry, do you really think so?
Oh, yeah.
Right, and that includes £7.50 for the newspaper article, and for the remainder, you promise me that you can fix me up with a photo of this Yeti.
Absolutely.
Exclusive, mind. I don't want anyone else getting a shot of it.
Don't worry. The Yeti hangs around with a girl called JJAHH. So if you hang around with Julia, sooner or later you'll see the Yeti.
Won't someone complain if I'm hanging around here? Usually I get bashed up if I'm spotted. People tend to get upset with the photos I take.
Why?
A film star being somewhere she shouldn't, with someone she shouldn't. Know what I mean? Sid snaps them, but some people don't like it.
Well, don't worry. I'll tell the head you're here to photograph tonight's parent-teacher fancy dress ball.
Yeah, good publicity for the school. Yeah.
Lucy Lastic,
Here, sir.
Richard Kerrigan,
Here, sir.
Julia Jekyll,
She's rewinding school kitchen, sir.
Yo, Blister!
head teacher.
Oh, yeah. I have an announcement to make.
Certainly. Pay attention. Mr. Rocket has an announcement to make, which you won't be able to hear if you keep talking.
Right, now...
Because people who talk draw attention away from Mr. Rocket.
Yeah, thank you.
And we all want to hear what Mr. Rocket has to say.
Yes,
And people who
Shut
talk...
up!
Exactly.
Right. My mother has an announcement to make.
Thank you, Mildred.
And we all want to hear what Mrs. Rocket has to say.
Oh!
Now, children, tonight is the Parent-Teacher Association's Fancy Dress Ball. And there's a great excitement. And this year we are lucky to have the services to give us extra publicity of Mr. Sid Snap, who'll be going round the school today taking photographs.
Yes, Roger.
Will he also be taking photos of the Yeti like it said in the newspaper?
Oh, you've been reading the newspaper of untruth, man. Well, it's full of porcupines and fibulettes. Believe me, young dude, there's no such thing as a Yeti.
Drat! Missed it. That's the girl I was telling you about, Julia Jekyll. Wherever she goes, sooner or later the Yeti pops up.
Right, I'll keep a close eye on her.
Thank goodness that Sid Snap is snapping at the Fancy Dress Ball. It will take away from that ghastly publicity about a monster on the loose in the school.
Oh, hang on, Mumsy. Mr. Blister isn't that bad.
It's not Mr. Blister, Memphis. Haven't you read the local paper?
Oh, yeah. They say there's a Yeti roaming the academy.
A mystical, mythical monster from the mountains of Mongolia.
Yeah, abominable snowman.
Also known as that in the foothills of Tibet. Don't say you don't learn nothing here.
But why is it roaming the academy?
It is not roaming the academy. It must be Harriet Hyde. I can only say we're lucky to get away with the Yeti comparison.
Big words, Mumsy.
Well, to say that the school is inhabited by the creature from the Black Lagoon would severely affect the fees. Aha. But now we have the glamour, the elegance, the spectacle of the fancy dress ball. It'll be like a night out in old Vienna.
Don't push it, Mumsy.
I'm placing our appearance in the hands of Sparkle.
The dentist?
No, the theatrical costumier. Ah, they'll come up with something really sophisticated for us.
Sophisticated?
Oh, shut up, Memphis.
But I want to be the front legs.
Oh, Memphis, don't get petulant. It makes your chin go wobbly.
Yeah, but if I'm the back legs, I won't be able to see where I'm going. Your bum will be in the way.
Memphis, really, language. Now, come on, get behind me. Oh, the photographer. Oh, just in time, Mr. Snap. Get up, Memphis, and Mr. Snap can take our photograph. Come on, Memphis. Oh, right. We are ready.
A whole day wasted. I wasn't anywhere near the Yeti.
It wasn't our fault.
You promised me if I paid you, I'd get a snap of it, and I didn't. So I want my money back.
Now, be reasonable, Mr. Snap.
I am not reasonable. I'm a photographer, and I want photographs. And if I don't get them, then people who might think they've made a fool of me will suffer. Get me?
Got you.
Good.
Look, she's sure to turn up at the fancy dress ball tonight.
She?
Yes, the Yeti.
How do you know it's a she?
We saw her going to the girls' toilets.
All right. You've got one more chance. But if I don't get my picture of the Yeti tonight, you'll suffer. All three of you.
An unpleasant man.
Yeah. Are you sure it's not one of our relatives? We better hope that Harriet Hyde turns up tonight, or we'll be in real trouble.
We can't afford to leave anything to chance. We have to make sure he gets his photo. You two will have to dress up as the Yeti.
Us? Forget it.
So we've got to do something.
It's you he'll have his revenge on. You dress up as the Yeti. You look more like her.
This isn't fair. I can't see anything.
Good heavens, it's a talking horse's bum.
I hope he wasn't talking about me.
Hello, you're going to take my photograph?
Push off.
Oh. I say, what a brilliant costume.
Thank you.
You really are the ugliest creature I've ever laid eyes on.
Chic.
After you, Stanley.
No, after you, Ollie. Oh, look, there's a photographer. Excuse me.
What?
Would you like to take our photograph?
Sorry. I only take people in fancy dress.
Strange man.
Right. I'll run up and down this corridor. You tell the photographer you've seen me.
Right.
Well, I must say, Mrs. Rocket, I've never seen you look better.
Yes, what are you dressed as? We're a little horse.
Oh, have you tried sucking a cough drop?
The Yeti's here.
Where?
There.
There? What sort of an idiot do you think I am?
In with the camera.
If I don't get a photo of that Yeti in the next 10 minutes, I want my money back. All of it.
Well, what did he think?
He wasn't fooled.
Well, it must have been something you said.
It's her again!
Quick, grab her while I get Sid in his camera.
You get her! We'll get Sid!
I got her, I got her!
Oh, no, you haven't!
Hey, Laurel and Hardy sitting on the horse's back. It'll make a great picture.
Oh, Jerry, you have all the best ideas.
I'm not having anyone sitting on me.
Oh, do shut up, Memphis. You can be such a spoiled sport sometimes.
Look, I've told you, I'm only interested in people in fancy dress. I'm after a Yeti.
The Yeti's here, out in the corridor.
Oh, yeah? You're not catching me with that trick again?
But it's true.
Get lost. All right, get on the horse and I'll take your photo. Get lost.
Stupid bloke. Yeah, doesn't deserve our help. Uncle Lester, where's the big hairy girl?
Oh, don't you Uncle Lester me, you traitors. This is all your fault. You've got me into this.
Oh dear.
Here, you're that Julia Jekyll.
Yes.
Right, where's this Yeti?
What Yeti?
They told me if I followed you around, I'd see it. And I haven't seen one hair of it. Not since this morning, and I'm fed up.
I'm sorry.
Oh, fat little good that is to me, you being sorry. I've been messed around, and all because of you.
I hardly think it's my fault.
You don't, eh? Well, listen, goggle eyes. I have had just about enough of you kids wasting my time and leading me on a wild goose chase. I was brought here under false pretences, and I'm looking to you for compensation.
First, I think it's very rude to call people names because of the way they look. Second, you chose to come here. I didn't ask you to come. And third, I think you're a very rude man, and I want nothing more to do with you. I'm going to the science lab. Goodbye.
No kid speaks to me like that. Not after the sort of day I've had. I'll soon put little Miss stuck up right. She'll find she can't talk to Sid Snap like that and get away with it. All this work and not a sign of a Yeti. Now listen, you!
I think Sid Snaps met his match. Now listen, if you entered our Techno Break competition, then thank you very much. They were all brilliant, but we've announced the winners now. We've picked them and the runners-up. And have another look at this runner-up. Thank you very much, Dean Bacon. You sent us this very, very good idea. Basically, you have to stop the alarm going off first thing in the morning, because the longer it goes on, the more of these you wake up, and they're your relatives, and they will beat you to the bathroom. It goes on like that. It's a brilliant game. Well done for that, Mr. Dean Bacon.